Guys, happy Friday. Feeling like, man, we back again. About to start the Push Network. This is about to be every other day or something. Let's go. I'm here for it. So we got a special one, man. We bringing in, just dropped yesterday, man. Shout out Remedy the franchise, man. Super awesome one. I'm gonna let this bang right here. We got Remedy, Kevin, and Jason, man, and we're gonna dive into some inspirations, talk the tracks, talk the album. So stay with us, man. We're gonna get everybody in here. That's right. Let us bang out while we get everybody in. Hold on, wait a minute, let me serve. Hold on, wait a minute, let me work. Hold on, wait a minute. There we go. What's going on, Jason? What's going on, Jason? Kev, I can't see you. It's Jason, right?
Jason, man. What's up, man? How you doing?
Good to see you, man. Thank you for joining. Let's see if we usually Instagram acts up the first time we try to go live. So let's see if we can get Remedy and Kevin in. First time's a charm. Let's see if we can get them in. I see you, Remedy. Here we go. Accepting. Let's see. Come on, do us right, Instagram. Do us right. Hey, there we go. Okay, Remedy.
We got it.
Thank you for joining. All right, we got 3 out of 4. Fingers crossed. See if Kevin, man. Usually Instagram they'll mess with us. So let's see if we can get Kevin. Drum roll, Kevin. Oh, it says he's unable to join. We'll get it. We'll get him in. We got us. We'll see if we can send one more invite. What time zone is everybody in? Is East Coast?
East Coast is here for me. So, yeah, 7. It's 7 o'clock right now. 7.
Beautiful.
7. Yeah.
At least we know it's Friday for everybody.
It's Friday, man.
That's the truth. All right, Kevin sent another invite. Let's see if we can. Hey,
it looks like I'm in.
Yeah, you're in, brother. You're in.
Am I sideways?
Yeah, you got the. Oh, yeah, there we go. Closer.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go, Kevin. There we go.
All right.
Thank you guys, man. It's great to have you, man. Super excited. Thank you for taking the time. And I'll throw you guys the alley-oop, man. Jason, you might have to help me pronounce your last name, man. It's a tough one, man. I don't want to botch it, but Jason Soleric. Okay, there we and Jason Soleric and Remedy the franchise and Kevin Gordon just released yesterday, man. Remedy the franchise made the win. It's a 5-track EP, and already out the gate, you know, as soon as we released it, it was like, okay, like already super versatile. We're gonna dive into like the backgrounds and, you know, influences, but like out the gate, I give you guys a moment to introduce yourselves. And out the gate, I just want to point out like the versatility in this album. Like it's got some pop touches, it's got some hip hop, it's got some anthemic vibes. So definitely let you guys take the floor and tell you guys a little bit about the project.
You want to go, Remedy, or you want me?
No pressure.
First of all, I'll say I am the one who facilitated this with PUSH.audio. The songs are mostly Remedy and Jason as the writer and producer. I was made for this. I did some, added some trailer type elements and hits and risers and stuff, and put together. And when I was on checking out PUSH.audio back in January, you on LinkedIn, you go, I noticed what you're doing at Audio Impact. And so it went from there. I checked out PUSH.audio, talked to some friends, and I started listening to the spots you have on your website, like your work, like like Queens and Apple Watch.
Yes.
So, and I go, wait a second, Remedy sounds just like that stuff.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's how it hooked up. So as far as, you know, they can introduce themselves as well.
That's beautiful. And I shout out to LinkedIn. I tell everybody every day, man, LinkedIn, like, you know, honestly, like personally, I stopped browsing social media, Instagram. Like I come on here and go live, but just as a distraction level, I don't even browse the feeds anymore. So like I do get on LinkedIn, and I think that's at least like that's productive. So yeah.
It is. The people that are really doing stuff are on there, and you can follow and see what they're doing,
Yeah.
and then you know where to go. You know how to network. Yeah.
Yeah. The difference, like from Instagram, you'll get on and see somebody on vacation. You'll see somebody like, man, like you a billionaire. Like all of my people are billionaires. Like, and then you get on LinkedIn and you see the actual like work. Like, I'm excited to release this new trailer I worked on, and I'm like, okay, cool. You don't see many. You see billionaires on LinkedIn, but they're not like showing billionaireness. So I like, yeah, it's good stuff. Good vibes.
I agree.
Remedy,
Yeah,
up to
like
you next. Yeah.
yeah. So my name is Remedy the Franchise, female rapper. I'm based in Orlando, Florida. Been rapping for a very long time. um, I actually met Kevin on LinkedIn as well.
Come on, LinkedIn sponsor. Throw the
Yeah.
money. Sponsor this.
Yeah, I know,
2
right? Like
plugs.
we need to get a check for that. But yeah, just been networking. Like I've known Jason and I've been working on music for years. Like we actually met towards the earlier parts of my career, and sort of full circle moment came back around a few years ago when I was like, bro, like I'm really trying to get into, licensing and actually
Yeah.
trying to make moves with the music and not just trying to chase like the starving artist route.
Yeah.
So, he was like, let's run it.
I'm
So
ready.
we've been running ever since. And, just fate would have it that Kevin and I crossed paths on LinkedIn, and we all started working together on some stuff. And now we have, this EP out, and it's just a, testament of what happens when you stay focused and keep your mind set.
I'm so glad you discovered each other and also discovered sync. Like there's artists where like becoming an artist you didn't know about sync. Like I feel like that's in our case where like, or if you're an artist and you know about sync and you're like, let me be like something that like syncable. No, I can tell you're like a real artist from that's the cool thing is you grew as an artist and then discovered sync versus like I want to be an artist because sync looks cool and then how should I write? Like nah, as an artist first. So that's awesome.
She's an artist, so this is real artist music, and so
There you go.
I'm the sync guy.
No.
I connect. No, I'm not. You know what I mean? I know that side of it.
Yeah.
So of course, I'm a composer, producer. I love working with a lot of different artists and hooking them up to the right libraries, like PUSH.audio.
Oh man, you the man. And Jason, you're next, man. I was gonna add to that is I was telling one of my brothers the other day. I said being great, you have attributes, and I was like, man, great music, great, brand. I was like, but you still have to be great. I mean, we wish we didn't have to, but got to be great at networking, great at sales. That's not the fun part, but there's people that are great at sales that are not great at the other stuff that will basically get that spot that even though you got the better music, you're great at music, you got to be great across the board. So I think that Kevin, that's a great play right there, man. What you're doing.
Team.
There you go. It's about the balance of tribute. Yeah. Jason, it's all you.
Hey, what's up? My name's Jason Scalaric, man. And first off, man, I want to give a shout out to you, man. Illit Records, man, is dope, bro.
Oh man,
like,
thank you, brother.
Illit Records is fucking fire, bro.
My
like,
man.
The music. I started out before I was making beats. I started out rapping. I thought I was gonna be a rapper, man. And I used to go to your site and I used to just listen to the beats over and over and over again. And I'm like, how are they doing this? And then my buddy told me, this is back in like 2004. He said, you got to go to Guitar Center and you got to get Reason. And I was like, okay, cool. So I went to Guitar Center. I started out in Reason 4, and behind me, you see, I got it pulled up. I'm on Reason 13 right now. So I've been making beats forever, man. I started out selling beats online too. That's how I met Remedy. And then she used to buy a lot of beats from me. She used to always, lease them. And then one day I just reached out to her and I was like, man, you dope. And I was like, yo, I really want to work with you. And then, one thing took off another. We decided 2 years ago, we were going under Taxi. We got a couple deals from Taxi. We were doing that. And then and then somebody found Kevin, and then you know, here we are now. I've been actually getting placements for like 10 years, but you know, I've worked with a lot of low end libraries. I've probably made about 5,000 instrumentals my entire career, man, and I just keep going, man. 4 years ago, a company called Storyblocks changed my life, where it allowed me to do music full time.
Yeah.
But it's been a grind. It's been a fucking
Yeah.
grind, man. You know, you gotta love this shit, man. You gotta put in the hours and
Absolutely.
just love it. You know, like so
I love it.
that's my story, man. And yeah, that we here now, and we got a hell of an album. And I'm happy to do business with you, man, because I've known your company for a long time, and I didn't realize you were Chris too. Like I
Yeah.
was like, wait, so
Man,
I was confused because I was like, wait, Chris. I always known you as Chris, but then so I was like, oh, that's Scott. So that's his art.
that's a
So
man. That's so. If people don't know, like, and that blew my mind, Jason, when you mentioned that, like, I sold beats, Illit Beats. Chris Prism is my alias. Still use it. Still,
okay,
perform, make beats. But me and Jason go back to when I was selling beats. I sold beats in college, leased beats, and he saw Illit Records.
no,
And
man,
oh,
1,000%,
come on, man. Hey,
bro. Like
we
that's
just
that,
shipped.
The other
Thank
man.
you, brother.
the other night, he goes, yeah, I know Chris from Illit Records. I go, who's that?
Yeah, yeah, that's the truth. So like I even put it in lyrics before, like Chris Prism, Scott Dudley, like my real name, and then Chris Prism, my alias, where it's so cool that and not to talk about me, we talk about you guys, but when I discovered Sync, it was like I'm pitching beats for, stuff, I'm selling beats and not to say artist placements, but I'm just, out in that territory where they can't find anything from me anymore. Like it's all here, all in this category, all in this, and so much more freedom, a much better space, much more creativity, and nobody gives producers love a lot. In the mainstream stuff, like they'll be lucky if they get credit. So it's more like this is
I'm done
love
chasing
surrounded by
placements,
passion.
man. I'd rather chase sync placements,
You
man,
feel me?
than the traditional route.
Yep.
I'm done with it, man. It's a lost cause, man. There's
Yeah.
no money in it. I mean, you know, unless you're already connected, unless you know
Yeah.
like Timberland's people, Beethoven's people, or Dr. Dre's people, good luck. Like, good luck.
Man.
Like,
Yeah. It's true, and even then, like the way the deals are structured, they're not as favorable as they are in sync. So, man, we in the right place, and we're gonna convince other people tuning in, man, to join us and to the album, man,
We got to
because
play
we got
the music.
Jeff. I
Play
was
the
gonna
music.
say, yeah, man, we gotta man, we can do this every week. So I'm looking at the album now, and I'm like, man, diving in. I don't necessarily want to play it in order. Let's mix it up a little bit. 10 is the one that we kind of brought in the album on, and the live. So I'll save that one for last. Coming in, there's, I think we might be able to play all of them. Looking at it, like play the first half and let you guys dive in. But I'm just gonna jump into straight one. I was made for this, and then you guys can think about the behind it. But I'm just gonna let that one just rock out because we're gonna do it on random, so nobody knows what to expect. But Remedy the franchise made the win out right now. This is I was made for this.
Yeah, you know this is top notch. Can't quit, no, I never stop. Been built for the mission. This my life, and it's time to get it. I'm on the road, I can't stop. Keep going, I rise to the top. I'm in the zone, I won't quit. Never, I was made for this. I'm on the road, I can't stop. Keep going, I rise to the top. I'm in the zone, I won't quit. I was made for this. No time to waste, so I gotta get it. Ain't past the stars, got no limit. Keep going even if I pivot. It ain't just talk, no, I really live it. I was born for the vision. I was born for ascension. Take a look over here, see the greatness. No sleep, now it's time to awaken. I'm in the zone, they can't stop me. One of a kind, they can't copy. This is it now, don't deceive. I was made for this. I'm in the zone, they can't stop me. One of a kind, they can't copy. This is it now, don't deceive. I was made for this. I'm on the road, I can't stop.
Anthemic out the gate, and I know I can already picture what it's going to favor to be in. The producer of that is Jason or Kevin, both.
We collaborated on that one. That was one that I did it with them with. I threw in the hits, the trailer hits and risers on that. But it's Jason's music. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Is that a wolf in the back? Is that a wolf sound?
A wolf?
The snip. It
You
was,
Yeah.
mean
it's
on the wall?
like a tune in the back. It's super
Oh,
awesome. I was like, yeah, it is a wolf.
Yeah.
Get at it
uh-huh.
though. Get at
Yeah, man.
it.
So yeah, so I was inspired by DJ Mustard, and I was inspired by Timberland on that record. So
Sounds
like I
like
try to do a
it.
lot of them weird sounds and shit. Like when I make beats, man, I use a lot of weird shit. Like yeah.
That's wild. Yeah, I heard the wolf. I said, man, I gotta ask about that. That's dope because it goes across. It blends in well. I said, is that a wolf? So man, came out great. And Remedy, is it kind of when you heard the beat, you knew where to, because it has the anthemic vibe already.
Yeah.
That's just basically took you right there.
Yeah, like we always laugh because Jason is like he notoriously makes beats that a lot of people don't know what to do with it because, like he said, he uses a lot of like sounds that are
Yeah,
sort of
love it.
out of the box and not as commonly
Yeah.
used. So when he sent me the beat and I was just listening to it, and this was before I actually got the beat before Kevin threw in
Mhm.
a lot of the trailerized stuff or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I already knew it was like whatever I do to this, I gotta be like in that zone,
So
that
yeah.
high energy, and like can't untouchable type of thing.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was like pretty much as soon as I heard it, I was like, yeah, I already know what I'm gonna probably rap about on this one.
You know what I'm saying? I was made for this. You know, like that's like
Yeah,
give it to him.
And we
yeah,
were thinking maybe like sports, like
Hmm.
NBA, NFL, or action, movies like
Yes,
Marvel movies or something like
there you
that. Yeah.
yeah.
go.
I was
It's super
thinking
awesome.
basketball, NBA 2K.
Oh yeah.
If you got those connections, we'll take that too.
Speak it to existence. Let's go. Yeah, they have I was made for this. It's wild because like when you can feel it, like that's what it fits and you can feel it. But the wild thing is like on the usage side and sync side, it's like sometimes you see people can be too hard on the nose, right? Like you can if you say anything like too accurate, like playing basketball with like it's like come on, you can't be too on the nail. But that right there, I was made for this applies across everything.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's something I've been learning
Recognize
as a
that
writer.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, as a writer, I've just been learning to try to keep things as general as I can without losing the
Exactly.
meaning of the song. So that has been a bit of an adjustment, I will say, from making mainstream music to this is
yes,
trying to make sure that you keep things general enough to where it can
absolutely.
apply to many different situations without, taking yourself out of the running for certain placements. So I've
Give them the
been
knowledge.
I've been working
Give
on
them the
it.
knowledge. Hey, I rap. It's funny because before we had a song, and I think this is before we discovered Sing, but this is my brother. Shout out Speakeasy. He said McDonald's in the lyrics,
Mm-hmm.
and if you say McDonald's, then it's like Burger King is like, nah, you opt. We're not going to use you. Yeah, because you said
Yeah.
McDonald's and not Burger King. But it ended up, I don't know if some agency somewhere was just kind of being lazy, but it ended up in a McDonald's commercial, and I'm like,
There you go.
not the lyrics, yeah,
Wow.
like his part on the lyrics, but it's
Hell
like I
yeah.
wonder if somebody just was like, "Good morning, let me just knock this out,
Oh
McDonald's," and it's like,
yeah.
okay, well, yeah, like all right, hey,
Oh,
when
that's it. That's the one.
found it, they knew it. But
Some.
but before we do the next song, Jason, not Jay, but Kevin, you said you added trailer elements, and just to kind of
Mhm.
educate people on that side, like I'm gonna play it here, like the instrumental, just a little bit, and just so you can break down the elements that you added to give it the trailer appeal. Let me just,
Mhm.
I can kind of guess. Oh, that's the wrong one. My bad. That's my bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. Clicking through where I see the spikes.
Right there.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. The stutter. There's a stutter riser. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like I work with workstations like Keep Force and Spitfire, Albion,
Mm.
and there's also a workstation called Destruction. What they are they're orchestral, like elements. They come up on your keyboard and you can play the notes. You can also, there's risers and
Yes.
beats that you can make your beats and throw it in at the right section. And then what we did with that is what Jason gave me the song, and then I like would make breaks in the song, like chop it and move it over just, you know, a bar or two, so there's a break, so then when it comes back in, it hits. See, and that's how
Give
you
it
do
to
And I
me.
the
love the
trailer
way you
stuff.
did that, man. That sounded so dope the way you did that.
Yeah,
Like the way
and I've
now
learned that.
stops rapping and then it comes back in. That was
I've been working with successful composers in the trailer industry, and they, you know, I've been mixing stuff for them and mastering it, and so I get their stems, and then I see how they do it. So
Beautiful.
they've taught me, you know. So yeah.
There you go. Super awesome. Usually they like to do those fast edits around those stutters. Like, oh man, it all works, man. And especially, I think this album has all hard outs. I think like that's one of the terms to
Right,
always
that's good.
like don't fade
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
Crushing it. I think
yeah.
Is Remedy frozen on your guys in?
It's a little bit. Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Let's see. Well, we'll play the next track and then see if she'll.
It's because the internet's not good down in Orlando.
Oh wow, yeah, Florida. I know it's a hurricane. I was gonna say,
oh, actually, that's a bad.
Maybe there is. Yeah.
Right now, laugh about that though.
There you go. We'll get it back there.
Crazy.
Like the star is gone. Oh man.
Well, I'll keep an eye for the invite to come back in. Right. Oh, she's already sent it. Let's see if this works. Oh, she was steps ahead of me. It was my internet because she had already jumped out and then sent the invite. And here we go. And I'll play. There we go.
Yeah.
Not too much on Florida.
Oh, you heard it. Get him.
Not too much.
Full sales down there. Full sales down there. That's one of the reasons why we hooked up, because we went to the same school.
I was trying to share the video out and I got kicked off. So.
Oh, super.
Okay.
Oh, full sale. Y'all both
wait for you down there. That's
they do.
They got them haters down there waiting for you.
No way. So we got, and we'll have to get on Full Sail after we play this track, because that's super awesome. You guys met there, so we're gonna go ahead, hit the next track, and you guys make sure you follow Jason, Kevin, and Remedy. Thank you for tuning in. And right now, Made to Win is out right now. Next track, we're just gonna kick right into it. These are all produced by Jason and Kevin, written by Jason, Kevin, and Remedy, and this is See Me Building. Let's go.
Yeah, you see me building, I can't look away. Yeah, you see it building, know you feel away. You wish you could do this, I can show the way. This the foundation, and it's here to stay. Looking at the future, yeah, you see me in it. You know that I'm loaded way before I fit it. I got all this knowledge, you should take a listen. Come get with me when I make them see the vision. I'm going in top notch. They hate that we on. Come see what we on. Just go on and on. They can't never stop. Watch. Right. Anybody else try. I can't fail, now it's up. Make fools of never own stuff. Wanna pass me to try your luck. I can get you right for a few bucks. That game is to be sold. I got all this gold. Reasons I heard building, stacking where my walls. Looking at the future, yeah, you see me in it.
Oh yeah. I see you getting loose on there, Remedy. I see you getting loose on the track too. Like, hey,
and that track right there goes hard,
man.
I had to pop.
Had
to pop it a little bit on that one.
For Florida, was it for Florida? Like that's another good question.
Had to pop it a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good question. Leading to on your bio when we posted the album, it mentioned the franchise. Is that a group, a team, or are we right now? It's I think it was a group. The franchise. I think your bio was like the franchise lives. If that, I don't know if I'm off.
You know, so that's just my name. Like the way that, so I used to play ball before I started making music. Um, and I was on a certain trajectory with that
Awesome.
in the past. So I was, you know, the goal wasn't to rap. The goal was to go pro.
Mm.
And it didn't happen because I had some injuries along the way. And by the time I got to the NCAA, it was very clear that my body just wasn't gonna allow me to continue.
Yeah.
So I had to just you know, recalibrate, figure out what I wanted to do with my life. And why, like every time that I would have an injury, I kind of fell back on music because that's how I would channel what I was going through. It was a way for me to distract myself on not being able to get on the court. So
Come on, yeah.
So yeah, so it was like the franchise is sort of like that part of my name where it's sort of like an ode to that part of my life.
Love
It's
it.
like the franchise player, you the face of the franchise type of
Aha.
thing.
I love it.
So that's
There you
where
go.
it comes from. So yeah.
Love it. Love it. Thank you for that. And made to win ties into it. You know, made to win.
There you
No
go.
matter
That's why I
what
can come up with them songs
platform.
easily.
You
Those
feel me?
songs are like natural to
You
me because
feel me?
I just put my mind, I just have flashbacks of how I used to feel and I used to do,
Come
you know.
on.
I'm getting that
Unstoppable,
on
made to
people.
win. Yeah. Just give it to him.
I heard the crossover in that one. You did a crossover.
Yeah,
Come
exactly.
on.
Broke a couple ankles, you know. So I just
On the
put
beat.
myself back in that mind frame of like, this is how I used to, you know, feel during that time period. So it's pretty
Love it.
easy to write those kind of records. So yeah.
Love it. Love it. I'm gonna pay, like I listen to the lyrics and I'm like, I'm gonna, while we're on live, I wanna see how many references I catch, knowing that with the basketball history, I'm gonna see how many basketball, because it's in you, you know, whenever those that write themselves is gonna write your roots, you know, where you're from, and that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you got the beat, man, super smooth. You Remedy in the Pockets, man. That one, man, straight out the gate. If you guys have anything to touch on the beat, but I know for sure it's just a great shuffle, and then a pair with the great shuffle, you got like Remedy riding the shuffle, and like you mentioned, the different ones are the fun ones, man. That's when you got to come left field.
Yes.
Thank you, man. Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. So we got, I think I'm looking at it like, how long have we been on live? Because usually we crunch 20 to 30, but I'm feeling like we can get the whole album. I mean, I feel like playing a minute because I think the people, they have to hear it. So we're going to go straight up right there. We gave them I Was Made for This and See Me Building. So right now, mix it up. This right here, break it down.
Break it down. Break it down. Break it down. Show 'em what you got. You the best around. Break it down. Break it down. Break it down. Show 'em what you got. You the best around. Hey, hey. I came to remind yo. This is what we do. So you best and pro. Hands to the ceiling, better show me love. I'ma break it on down and watch me cut up. If you tryna get with me, step back cause you look a little iffy. I'm the truth, never been a pick me. It is what it is, got the social dipping. I'm cold, y'all get a little nippy. Not you, just know that I picky. Come correct, otherwise you tripping. Flowing this water, the drip, I'm sipping. Break it down. Break it down. Break it down. Show 'em what you got. You the best around. Show 'em time to go.
Man, it's such a fun one. I was gonna say, first thing I notice is it's funny because I'm like, that's how you mess with people's head and their ears, and like, don't give them the snare. They're like, don't give them the snare on the verse. Nah, don't give them the snare. And it's like on the hook, give them nothing but the snare. And it's
There you
like,
go.
whoa, you know, I'm like that. Yeah, I see what you did. Yeah,
I'm
that's
loving
all.
the comments, by the way.
Oh man,
Yes.
man, you guys, yeah, absolutely. And you guys like on that one, because it's definitely a left field one too. Like, break it down. One is can apply across the board, but like, as far as the beat, did you hear the beat and then kind of go in that direction, Remedy?
Yeah, it was funny because I think if my memory is right, because Jason, we done wrote so many songs, I'm getting
We got a lot.
keep it straight.
We got a lot of
I think
He's
I
only
think
got 5,000 beats. They're all ready for you.
You
Chris.
feel me?
I'm about to make 5,000 more.
I'm
And by the
pretty
way, I'll pay
sure.
the 10 on your Dropbox. But anyway,
There we go.
Shameless plug, shameless plug. But no, I think if my memory serves correct, I think we actually wrote that for a specific. It was a specific situation. I think it was a brief that we had
Yeah.
gotten, and they sort of gave some specs that sounded like what
Yes.
this song was, but they passed on it.
Yeah.
And I
That
was
one,
like,
they passed
okay.
on it. I forget what
man.
they said too when they
Yeah,
gave
it
us
was
the
something
criticized. Yeah.
crazy. It was something crazy. And it wasn't like, you gotta like, just take it for what it
Mhm.
is. And I was like, well, we got the record and we put it off to the side until the next opportunity came. So
You know
That's
what?
one of my favorites. That's one of my favorites, Remedy. I that caught my attention when we first met. That song. I
break
see
it down.
I see it like it could be in a lot of different opportunities for sync. It could be used for a lot of different things. Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
clean, and that's one of our sayings is no songs wasted. Like we when we first discovered sync, there were like briefs coming through that we would say, man, let's just cut a custom for like every brief. Like it's not gonna go to waste. And to be honest, I think like one of our most sync songs, we did it was for like a cereal brand. And it was not that high of a fee, and it was a buyout, and they passed on it. And that has gone on to be like our most sync song, right? So it's kind of strange where it's like it
Thank
might not work for that moment, but
you for the lesson. See,
yeah,
Remedy? We all right.
yeah,
They
no
passed
songs
on
wasted.
a few
They passed
records.
on it.
Now, come on.
And
You're going to get, how many passes are you going to get before you hit?
that's true.
There's going to be a lot
Yeah,
of
That's true.
passes. A lot
Very
of
true.
passes.
Yeah.
they'll see it
Yep.
like the mentality too is like even if you're working really close with the brand, it's like all love. It might not have worked for that side because in their room, it's like you got creatives on both sides and everybody might love it, but the people making the final decision. And in that scenario, it's like no worries, no worries. But like when they see it really pop somewhere else, it's like as a creative, this went under your nose, and as creatives, I think that's part of the thing. You got to be able to tell greatness as well. You got to be able to like think outside the box. So a lot of stuff, we might be too left field, and then we see what the song they went with. I'm like, okay, that's why. But then we end up getting something better. So it's always no songs wasted for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
you just got to be able to.
true too, because sometimes then it's like, it makes you go be more creative. And then
Yeah.
maybe you come back to that track before and somebody else likes it, but now you got 20 more. Because a lot of us, when we get no's, we get depressed and we don't want to work no more.
Mhm.
And that's not going to work. You got to keep making them records, man. So that's what I appreciate about her, man. I try to work with a lot of artists, and she just, we have our talks, man.
Yeah.
We have our phone, we talk each other through it because we do get depressed. We're human beings, but we keep creating. And I think that's why we're winning, because we don't stop.
Big key.
And 10 years from now, we're not going to stop. Like, I'm not stopping. I'm going to do this shit until I die. Like,
Come on.
I'm not going nowhere.
Come
And
on, man.
I still got the dog in me. Like
Let's go.
I might
Uh-huh.
I might not be on the court anymore. I might not be, breaking ankles anymore, but the dog is still in there.
Hunger
So
drive.
whenever I get a no, it's just like, all right, somebody else gonna want it. Let me go make 10 more.
Before we play the next track, I think that's a big one right there that people don't realize is like there's artists where I'm like, they're not necessarily with us, but like they might have one. It's like, okay, this is what we're creating for. Did it make it? If it's a no, I'm out. I'm out. It's like, no way. You got not even pro. You just got to do it, not for the result, but to do it. You got to be, you're satisfied because you created. That's what you got to be. You just got to be a creator. Yeah. For sure.
When it's all said and done, are you happy with what you did? Are you making stuff are you getting better? Are you making stuff that you never dreamed you would have made stuff, produced stuff, and made songs and recordings like that? It's for the art. The joy of it is a big part. Of course, we're in it for the money, but but
Kevin kept it real. You kept it 100. You said,
Yeah.
"What all that said?
Money.
we're not into it totally. I'm not saying that, but we're
Hey,
doing this to try to make some money.
Hey, anybody that try to say they don't want no money is a liar.
No.
We got bills to pay. Let's be real.
You feel me?
That's right.
But going back to what you said, though, I feel like I used to get that way the first couple of years, and then I just realized it's just a beat. I can make another beat, and I can get better each time. I didn't look at it until now. I realized 18 years in, it's like, dude, you can just keep getting better every time.
And that's the way to look at it. I've learned that it's quality and quantity, and the more you put out there, the more you're gonna hit. And so don't get stuck on the one song and go, oh, I gotta get this song. Just it's done and go on to the next one.
Bingo. The only worst thing you can do is leave it on your hard drive and not release it and just sit on music. That's the only bad thing. That's the worst thing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right.
I want to give a quick shout out to everybody in the comments because I've been watching and I'm trying to keep up with it, but
let's go.
It's
a few people that popped in. So hey y'all, I see y'all.
Absolutely.
It felt awkward trying to text like this. I don't text like
this. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't work as fast going like that.
Man, super awesome, man. That is super awesome, man. And thank you guys for here we go. We're going in to the next one. That's an alley-oop for You Already Know. I'm going far.
I know that I'm going far, go further than where you are. I know that I'm going far. I know that I'm going far, further than where you are. I know that I'm going far. Stepping forward to break molds, embrace the change, I'm reaching my goals. Loving the style, I see the allure. Smell like success is tasting so pure. I cannot leave, I can't sit indoor. I am forever, that I assure. Feeling it now, I'm so secure. Living my life, come take a tour. Can't help it, something that I gotta do. Nothing else will ever do. I know that I'm going far, further than where you are. I know that I'm going far. I know that I'm going far, further than where you are. I know that I'm going far. I know that I'm going far, go further than where you are. I know that I'm going far. I know that I'm going far, further than where you are. I know that I'm going far. Do what I need to do, nothing can
Crushing it. You got everybody dancing now. That the pluck guitars in there, the pockets. That one's left.
That's my Vogue track.
I was gonna say that. So singing.
Yeah, she's singing. Yeah.
Timberland right there. That's me trying to be Timberland right there. That's what that
You
is.
to look like him, Jason.
Do I? Hey, I've been working out at the gym. I'm I'm trying to be like Dr. Dre. Actually, that dude's ripped, man.
Yeah.
Man, you guys are fun, man. Super awesome. And that one is more like you got the Vogue vibes, the pop, the strut. So even on this album, look how many directions, the versatility. Like, could you dive into like the inspiration behind that one? Because you guys, we were just on Anthemic. It's a great way to mix it up, man, and then hit them with the pop. Could you dive into kind of what inspired that? Just we gotta have a dance to song. Like, what kind of led to it?
I don't know. Me and Jason just be making stuff. Like, honestly, we just be making
But you know what? Like, so I send her the beats, right? So like one day I might just want to be, I don't know, doing trap I get bored. See, this is what I have a problem with sync licensing because I get bored, man. Like I don't want to just make trap all day. I don't want to make just hip hop all day. I'm like all over the place. So that day I was a dance day, you know, and I try to switch it up. I play the drums. I forgot to tell you that I grew up playing the drums, and I was actually in the marching band in high school. So I
Oh
was a
man,
trained drummer. So
same
like
here.
I learned drums and I feel like that's what helps me out. Like I play the piano like a drummer. I don't the
Yep.
bear crawl where you're supposed to have I don't play the bear crawl. I don't play the right way. But I don't know, I just like that was a dance record. I guess I felt dancey that day.
Feeling
Yep.
good.
But
Feeling
yeah.
good.
He just sends me beats, and then
Native
I'm like,
instruments. That pluck sound that you
I
like, that
like
was from
that
Native
one.
Instruments. I love Native Instruments. Like that's my to go to for sound selection. Native Instruments. What else about? I actually just downloaded Minimal. I think it's called. It's a new company that they let you download their sounds. I'm trying their sounds out.
Okay.
Roland Cloud is got dope sounds. So Roland Cloud and Native Instruments right now is like my to go to.
Oh man. It's always evolving too, like VST wise. It's super exciting. Like I know, and it's funny you mentioned that because me and shout out to Spitwell, we both were in the drum line, man. So
Okay.
snare drum, he played the
Yeah, I
Quins.
knew
And
it. You got it because I remember the beats, man. I was
that's what I
like.
was gonna say. Yeah, yeah. I
What were
played the
you what were
piano.
you using the day when you were making beats, man? I don't know if you said or not. What were you guys using?
Oh man, so man, that's a good one. So not to dive too much, but man, the true origins, I'm gonna tell you, man, straight up out the gate, when we were, this is how far back we go. You know, I would have a keyboard, and this is gonna sound like, hey, what the world? I would tape a computer mic to the speaker of the keyboard
Damn.
and record it. And yeah, I know, right? And this is why it's like creating a beat. Man, I did it with, I don't know, like a tool belt with just a hammer and a screw. So like now when I have resources for everything, I'm like, right
Isn't
now, man, I gotta say,
man, even like when Reason first started, man, it was like
yep, yep,
just the way we're at now, like Serato, man, for like
yeah,
you can mix it like an ARS 10, like Alchemist uses, you
yep,
know how he stretches it out. You can literally put
man.
every key and you can have a new loop on every key and you can make your own damn beat. It's crazy, man. Serato's crazy.
I got it. So the
Serato.
one we used Fruity Loop Studios for a while, and then I switched, man. And this is gonna be like, I know it's gonna sound like an ad, but being the drummer and being able to touch the beat, like I used Fruity Loops for a while, but then when I switched to Machine, man, I'm telling you, being able to touch the beat, like as crazy as that sounds, but makes a huge difference. Like, cause it's the perfect imperfections that you get while making the beat. Fruity Loop is, you can shuffle it, but
That's
it's
why
gonna give you that boom, boom, boom.
like the drum sounds and like the pads right here,
Yeah,
like you can really take the pad sounds, and I love Native Instruments for that too. But Machine, I don't have Machine, but I feel like the pads. I use the pads for that, and
that's
I
all it's
definitely
for. Yeah, the
yeah.
pads. That's all it is. Man, see, we gotta do another segment of producer talk, man. Me and you, we
Oh
can talk.
boy.
All of us can talk
But
about
my man, I'm a huge fan, man, for real. Like because when
oh
I saw
man,
Ill
dude.
Records, I know Ill Records, man. I
My
remember
my brother, they tuned in right. They're tuned in right now on the live too, man. I'm gonna
and
have to tell them because
you guys
that's
are
super
all
awesome. Truly an honor,
dudes, man. Y'all incredible, incredible.
man.
You didn't know
That
what I
blows
was
my
getting
mind.
you into, huh, Jason?
Full circle. But Jason is like one of the only ones to know like the Scott and Chris Prism thing. Like it's been like a couple, like one or two music supervisors that put it together. Like, are you like almost like it's like a Scooby Doo thing? Like,
Yeah,
you got it. Like, yeah, it's not hidden, but it's more like, I email professionally to Scott and then on the beat. So Scott might pitch Chris. I don't know. It's the same thing, but it is, you got to keep the government name on the professional emails.
yeah,
But yeah, you figured it out, Jason. You said, hey, man.
yeah. I figured it out. Yeah. Actually, Remedy figured it out, and then I went back to your LinkedIn, and I'm like, wait, that is Scott. That
Dude,
is Chris.
Stop telling
yes.
on me. Stop telling on me.
Hey,
Don't tell on
LinkedIn,
me.
I had a LinkedIn
No,
Chris
I'm
Prism
telling him
page.
he said I found out,
Yeah,
and I'm telling
No,
him
but
how
I'm like, you telling on me.
Chris, I had a,
I found you. I'm telling him how they found out. What the hell you
yeah,
talking
Because
about, man?
that's basically saying that, yeah, Remedy was stalking and she was, looking at your LinkedIn and she was looking.
Oh
no, that's
man,
a good.
there you go again, getting in your head.
That's stalking is networking,
Y'all too funny. Yeah, I
I
had
was
Chris.
like, Jason, I think that's the same person.
Yeah, I had a Chris Rhythm LinkedIn, but they shut it down. They said it wasn't a real person, man. Like I had to have like a government ID on it, so it's
Sure.
all love. So, but that's on Instagram, but LinkedIn, another shout out. That's where people need to
It
be and
is.
network, because that's how this
And
came
you know,
together.
I did programs with Michael Elsner and to learn sync and everything,
Mm.
and I was hooked up with some other people, and they're like charging people to teach them how to do it, and I needed to learn, but
Yeah,
that's fine. But they try to keep you in their community, and really LinkedIn is where the real
yeah,
professionals are. And if you get to know them, like you, Scott,
man,
if you get to know them, then and send them your music instead of you gotta learn how to fly and be on your own. What I'm
yeah,
trying to say. Good, you can learn, but then after a while, now it's time to go out and do it. You don't need them
come
anymore, and
on,
you and LinkedIn is the place to be, to where you can find the people who are really doing the work in the industry.
bingo. You
Yeah.
don't need them. You
Facts.
don't need them. So we got,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna get a good quote from all three of you guys before we leave. So the last song, and thank you guys so much for taking the time. I feel like we gotta do this every week because it's like a
Yeah.
whole segment, man. We gotta talk producing, songwriting, and I'm gonna play the last song, man. And thank you guys so much. And then when we come back, I would love to get a quote from you. So while the song's playing, if you want to think about any quotes, but it can be anything music related, life. I just love to get, just from people, the first quote that comes to mind, something to leave the people with. So before we ride out, and here we go. Last song, Made to Win, out right now. Produced Kevin, Jason, Remedy the Franchise. This is 10.
Yeah.
I'm a 10. 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 Yeah, this my vibe. Oh yeah, this my life. Look at me, I'm feeling right. Yes, I'm feeling nice. Take a look, ain't I get tight? Yes, I'm looking fly. Shine like a star in the sky. Beauty all in your eyes. Work. Hold on, wait a minute, let me serve. Hold on, wait a minute, let me work. Hold on, wait a minute, let me serve. Serve. I'm a 10.
It's that drum line.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I'm a 10. I'm a 10. I'm a 10. I'm ready and I'm feeling.
Oh yeah, you guys got to go get that. That's 10, Remedy the Franchise, and man, drum.
That was
I heard the drum.
Jason. Jason.
Jason.
Jason wrote that song. He composed it.
Super cool, man, Jason. And I know that riff on a creative side, like that voice distortion. I don't want to give away secrets, or anything, but is it Isotope or Devastator?
man. Isotope, man, is the go-to, man.
Yeah, man. I use the we.
Isotope
Yeah,
is the go-to. Everything on that they do is amazing, man. I master all my stuff through Isotope, man. Incredible,
a
incredible.
lot of people owe us some money from this episode. We done gave so many shots, but it's in a
Yeah.
good way, you know.
You got to start like a school or something, Chris.
Man,
Scott, you got to start a school and charge people for this.
no, hey, that's hey, man.
You know what,
Don't tell
man?
me.
We know what we just give it to them, and then what they do is just work with us, man.
There you
I don't
go.
mind giving it away, man. Like
Team good guys.
it took me a long time to figure out
No
all this.
way. I'm trying to rip
Oh,
on people because I really
know,
don't
I
like
know.
what they're doing.
Oh,
I don't like that they're
I
doing
got
that.
you. I got you.
Kevin, I know. I'm right there with you, Kevin. I know.
All right.
I know. we because man, it's a tough one, man. We try to definitely because we look at like our platform, and I'm like, man, our goal, like Jason, I'm like, man, if you work with us, man, hopefully we can all get something and get syncs together, and that's our goal, because You know, we don't want to make you the client. Like our clients are the brands, the commercials, like not the artists. So you know, we're partners, we're teammates. So man, that's
Yeah.
beautiful, man.
And everybody on here, I feel the same way. I think that's just cool, man. Like, because everybody on here is serious. I mean, it's a Friday night. You could be doing anything else. You decided to come on here. So that just shows that, you know, what you're trying to accomplish in life. So I think that's really dope, you know? So.
Super beautiful, man. And you
And
got
you're
now.
doing it right. You're doing it right, Scott, because this is like a part of, like, I've talked to music supervisors and they say what artists should do and or how to promote stuff. And when you release something right away, you should have like an interview like this,
Yes,
or something that people can
thank you.
write out a bio on what the album's about.
Yeah,
So people like reading that stuff and understanding where you're coming from. Then they get to know you, and then they like your music more.
bingo.
Yeah. So you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, you guys are doing it right. Like all this, I'm glad you guys were able to make it because I feel like learning more about you guys and the team and behind the creations. That's what I mean. That's the magic. People are gonna they're gonna listen to it knowing about Remedy's background, NCAA, and all this stuff where they
Correct.
know her while they listen to it. So man, it's super awesome, man. But thank you guys, and we got to get the quotes though. I'm gonna let you guys take the floor. As long as you
I got one.
any quotes.
Never give up on your dream.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I think mine is gonna be the only person stopping you is you.
Ooh.
That's an
Love what
NCAA quote.
Yeah.
That's an NCAA quote too. Yeah, that pairs in both worlds. I love it.
It's true for everything.
Exactly,
The only person who can stop you is you.
and it's so true.
Keep going. That's not my quote. My quote is
I was
love.
gonna say that's perfect.
Just do it. Just do it. No,
Like an alley-oop. Yeah.
No, I was saying love what you do. Love what you do. And there's things that are worth more than money that make you happy. That life is about being happy, not trying to reach some status or something like that. Love what you do.
Love what you do, man. You guys are so awesome. Thank you for taking the time. I'm gonna let 10 bang out while we exit. We gotta do this more often. Jason, I'm so glad we reconnected on this side, man. It's only the beginning. Only the beginning for all of us. And so glad, Remedy, Kevin, it's an honor. Thank you guys for trusting us and working with us. I'm excited. We're gonna rock and roll on a lot of stuff, man. Only the beginning.
Great.
Thank you guys. Happy Friday.
Thank you, Scott. You're awesome.
Oh man, you guys are as well. But thank you so much. Have a great night. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you.
Happy Friday too. Get it right now. Made to win. Let's go. Drumline, I see it. Thank you guys. Jason on the beat, Kevin, Remedy the franchise. Let's go.